you guys, this is going to be a short and sweet video. I have already been out in the garden working, but I forgot to turn the camera on. So let me just show you what I have gotten done and what I'm trying to do today. These cucumbers have started to die back. However, they still have some cucumbers on it that are ripening, as you can see. So I'm going to let those few that are still there ripen, and then I'm going to pull it. I have cut off a ton of leaves, as you can see there and there, to try to give some light to the items that have been overcast by this. My Swiss chard mainly, and my spinach that has started to vine out due to not getting enough sun, because of this overpowering cucumber, which, lesson learned, I won't plant them next to each other. Actually, this will be here. I bought a raised garden bed, so it will be here, and trellised upward, so that it's not blocking anything, and anything that goes in front of it will be a lower growing plant. I have gotten several tomatoes off of this tomato plant and done some trimming on it, as well, because it has been raining for the last couple of days, and it has started to look like it was getting some type of fungus, and so we cut off some of the leaves for that, just to treat it to see. And here's a better view of my spinach trying to vine out to reach the sun, and so I cut it back just a tad bit, just so that it would not be a huge vine. It appears that I have missed this long vine, but I think I'm going to let it stay and see what it does, and go from there. Over here, not much has changed over here. I am going to start planting bean seeds, I think, here, because I have a lot of lower area below these huge okra plants that are producing fairly slowly, and I don't think I'll be growing okra again. I told you in a previous video, because I do not eat enough okra to need to grow it. This was merely an experiment to see if I could grow it and how it grows. So that's what we're going to do as far as that, but I'm going to keep it as long as it will stay alive and harvest what I can from it to use it. This plant, unfortunately, you guys, has been killed by the vine borer. I had a huge zucchini that was growing off of it, and it started to mold. I still have one on the plant. We're going to see what it does if it starts to mold as well. I will pull the whole plant and we will plant something in its place. I am thinking of maybe tomorrow pulling the coleus and starting to seed in some other things in preparation for my fall garden, and to check on these carrots that have been beneath it, to see how well they have been doing. Over here is my lemon tree, and it appears my lemon tree is growing like crazy, which is a good thing. I do see some yellowing down there because it has been raining so much, which may indicate that it's starting to feel the brunt of that rain. The lime tree is perfectly fine. These are my asparagus. Here are my cantaloupe vines, and they seem to be doing fine as well. Have not seen any fruit yet, but again, this is still just an experiment to see what I can get from it. That is basil that I need to take to the porch, mint that I need to take to the porch, and a leftover okra plant and some onions. So we'll see how they do out here. Here is the status of my flower bed. My gladiolas have started to pop in and show themselves. This mammoth sunflower is so pretty. I can't wait. And I'm a little upset because it looks like the head is going to try to turn that way, and I don't want it to. So I got to figure out how to make it not do that. because they want it on this side. I want to see it. But we will see how I can fix that. I pulled some quotes from the bed that were over there next to the cucumbers that I'm going to pop in here. I know they're annuals, but I'm going to pop them in here because they were so beautiful until they, decide to die out, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, you guys, there are going to be changes coming really soon. I actually have some trees being delivered tomorrow that I'm going to start my berry bushes in this L-shaped area along the garden. I'm actually going to push it out some. And then on the other side over there, I'm going to push it out to be even with the house. If you can tell how much more garden I'm actually going to receive. Probably a couple of feet out. And then on that end, I'm going to have these citrus plants. But stay tuned for that video. So that's my plan for today. It is starting to get a little hot. It was sprinkling, which was providing a little bit of relief with the shade, but now the clouds have dissipated. So I am going to get started before it gets too hot for me to work out here. And then I will take you on to part 2 of what I'm doing today. See you in a little bit. And here's the end result. This is how my package arrived from FedEx. As you can tell, the box has been crushed at some point. Let's see if the plant is alive inside. Okay, you guys, it looks as bad as I thought. The box was completely upside down, and it appears that some of the containers may be completely crushed. Yeah. So let me show you the inside. This container on the end is completely crushed. It's not even a square. I don't know if you can see that. It won't even stand up. Let's turn it this way and see. If you can see that, the one on the end is completely crushed. I'm hoping the plants will still survive with it being so badly damaged from them crushing the box. Let me take the rubber band off and see if that helps. It won't even stand up. Maybe this will give you a better view. These pots are supposed to stand apart. This one is crushed a little bit on the corner, and this one was completely crushed. As you can see, the roots are exposed. Hopefully, the way that they crushed it, it will survive. But as far as my other box, the box looked fine, as you saw in the other clip. However, they delivered the plants, and evidently the box has been flipped several times. So this is the result. The branches are broken. I don't know if I will be able to salvage these, because as you can see, this one is already turning brown. But the branches are broken. This one is broken all the way down here, so it would take off all of this branch. And I ordered these for their size, so I don't want them to be broken to where I have to then wait for them to get back to this size. Or I don't know if this one will even recover, if this stem will ever recover. So I will be contacting them regarding this. I do not see any damage on this one. This one appears to be fine. However, this one is not. So I will be contacting them to find out what can be done about this. As you can see, this one, the soil is perfectly fine inside. And this one has obviously either been shaken or something, because the soil is just everywhere. So this definitely was not handled the way I'm sure Stark Brothers would like it to be handled. So I will be contacting them to figure out what needs to happen. Okay. You guys, this looks like a hot jungle mess that I'm gonna have to deal with, but not today because I had to come out pretty late, as it was still sprinkling a little bit when I tried to come out earlier. So I'm just doing a quick check of my cucumbers to see kind of how they're growing. I'm actually going to pull this plant in a little bit, a couple of weeks or so, because most of the leaves, as you can see, have started to get that little spotting and yellowing. And if you can tell under here, they're starting to die back pretty tough. So I'm going to pull it and get prepared for my fall crop, because I have had an abundance of this plant. Now, this baby, it has taken off and is doing amazingly. I am harvesting 2 or 3 every couple of days from this plant. It is doing fantabulous. And if you can see, there are a bunch growing on this okra plant. So it has just taken off. I did go ahead and pull the squash plant that used to be here. And it appears that these peppers are trying to get a last minute push to grow. You guys, this right here, I grew this marigold from seed, and it is huge. But if you take a look at the ones that I grew over here, they are teeny tiny and they never got any bigger. So from now on, I will be growing my marigolds from seed. They seem to be a lot better, a lot healthier, and grow a lot bigger to put near my tomato plants next season. As you can see over there, let's go over there. My little flower area. My little trees are just doing wonderfully. My lemon and lime tree. Still no babies off of this cantaloupe plant yet, or off of my watermelon plant, but it's still early, so we're just gonna let them do what they do, and we will go from there. But look, you guys, look at my little flower garden just blossoming. What I can say is I'm a little upset that my beautiful sunflower is turned away from me. And if you guys know how to fix that, then please let me know, because I would like to actually enjoy the sunflower that came up. I'm not sure if this little bitty one will make it by the end of the season, and if that one will also turn that way, but I would love for it to turn my way. I will show you a picture of it once I try to turn it back after the sprinkler turns off. It's only going to be on for a couple of minutes, so But once it's done, then I will show you guys what it looks like. But yes, it is starting to bloom, and I am so excited about that. Here's the shot. I love those crepe myrtles, and it looks like there is a crepe myrtle starting to try to grow, like a shoot came under the fence, because I checked and it did not go through the fence. It went through the ground and up, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to let it grow or not. But I guess I need to decide fast. But I really like that pink crepe myrtle, so I may just let it stay right there and grow. But yeah, as I said before, we are going to be doing some expansion to this garden. So if you guys will stay tuned, later in the fall, we will have some exciting updates that are already in the works, but I can't tell you about them yet. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, share this video with any of your friends, and until next time, thank you for watching Mocha Homestead.